All right. Welcome, everybody, to another stream. Thank you for following Antone DeBoss 96 over on Twitch. Damn, we started hot off with 10 viewers on the Twitch side of things. Hope you guys are doing well. I am Hype the Commentator, and thank you all for joining me tonight for Friday Night Smackdown. I do live play-by-play and color commentary. Hope you guys are having a great Valentine's Day. What better way to enjoy Valentine's than a little bit of the greatest sport that is wrestling, and more specifically, professional wrestling. It's time for some Friday Night Smackdown. We got a women's title match tonight. Nia Jax looks to regain her women's championship against Tiffany Stratton, who cashed in on her. And Sol Sikoa returned last Friday to attack Cody Rhodes. Let's find out what that's all about. What is Sol Sikoa's mission returning as we get closer and closer to the Elimination Chamber? The road to WrestleMania is getting closer and closer. What's Sol Sikoa's goals? And what else do we have? Let's see. Let's get a look. Let's go to WWE.com real quick. Get everybody set up. Jacob Fatu, Damian Priest, and Braun Strowman. That's going to be a heavy-hitting triple threat match to see who is going to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. It is Friday Night Smackdown here on the USA Network. I am Sam, a.k.a. Hype the Commentator, and we have got one heck of a stacked night for you as we inch closer and closer to our next pit stop to Elimination Chamber, which includes this woman, Nia Jax, the challenger, as she looks to regain her WWE Women's Championship as she takes on Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase to end Nia Jax's reign. And will Nia Jax be able to stop Tiffany Stratton and regain her title? I only do commentary. And Jacob Fatu, Damian Priest, and Braun Strowman. These three are going to collide to qualify for the men's Elimination Chamber match. I don't even know if the ring's going to be even able to hold those three beasts. Welcome on in, WGE Post. The real Tommy Lee, welcome on in. I appreciate each and every single one of you joining me here on Twitch. This should be an interesting, heavy-hitting triple threat match. It's just, there's something in the air. There's just something in the air when it's WrestleMania season. You just know it. We're already past the Royal Rumble, and we're now closer to the Elimination Chamber, which we're very close. The Elimination Chamber in Toronto on March 1st. Let's take a look at what happened last Friday on SmackDown. Main event, Jey Uso opening up the show. Cody Rhodes getting to choose the champion of, or Jey Uso getting to choose the champion of his choosing. Would it have been Cody Rhodes? Basically what Cody Rhodes has said, I didn't have that choice last year. It was pretty much almost taken from me, but the WWE Universe made it so that I still got my shot. And then Jacob Fatu basically coming out saying, Jay, you don't deserve to be the one to bring that WWE title back to the family. And then Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso got into a scramble that ended with a Cody cutter to Jacob Fatu and sent Fatu and Tonga going to the back. Meanwhile, later that night in our big main event, it was the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and main event Jey Uso teaming up to take on Fatu and Sikoa. It was extremely difficult for them to keep Fatu down. And boom, a super kick. Jacob Fatu, as dangerous as they come. Jay would come to the aid of Rhodes. A suicide dive would send Jacob Fatu over the announce desk. And then a crossroads dropping Tama Tonga right on his head would give Rhodes and Jay the victory, only to be attacked by the returning Solo Sikoa from behind. Solo Sikoa still has a mission to get what he feels is his, to find his way to WrestleMania. And speaking of having their ticket punched to WrestleMania, here is the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And being here at the Capital One Arena, how apropos it is ahead of this year's WrestleMania for the American Nightmare to be here as champion. It's the nation's capital. It is what brings this nation together. And to have a dream is what Cody Rhodes was all about heading into last year's WrestleMania. And with Cody Rhodes finally able to achieve that dream, his American dream, when he defeated the OTC Roman Reigns at last year's WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes had quite the 2024. And now heading into WrestleMania a year later, we'll see how things play out. Rhodes nearly has his ticket punched to WrestleMania as he is still the undisputed WWE champion. But the thing is, he doesn't know who he's going to face yet. We won't find out till March 1st at Elimination Chamber in Toronto at the Rogers Center. That is where careers change. But what does the American Nightmare have to say following the events of last week on Friday Night SmackDown?
So, Washington, D.C. What do we want to talk about? We can talk about how WrestleMania seems to go through the Elimination Chamber. This past Monday, the gigantic news that our friend, my friend, main event, Jey Uso, has selected Gunther to wrestle for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. So now, all eyes are fixed on the Elimination Chamber and who will wrestle me in the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. So, who's it gonna be? Will it be the most natural athlete ever to enter our sport, Logan Paul?
Wow, that reception of Logan Paul says it all.
What about my friend, the voice of the voiceless, CM Punk? There's also Drew McIntyre. And then, of course, the greatest of all time, John Cena. I can tell you who it's not going to be. It is not going to be Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa, who has not qualified for the chamber, who is not in any of the remaining qualifying matches. Solo Sikoa, who knows when it stands to this ring one-on-one how it is with he and I. Solo Sikoa, who I believe that Samoan spike last week wasn't for me.
Drew McIntyre. Cody Rhodes had a thought, and Drew McIntyre making sure Cody Rhodes holds on to it for a second. What does the Scottish Warrior have to say? These two have a rich history together. The Scottish Warrior and Cody Rhodes, once upon a time, tag team champions. Talk about a big acquisition for the Blue brand. Drew McIntyre being sent over to SmackDown from Monday Night Raw. And you heard CM Punk kind of rub it in, saying Drew McIntyre got scared of me, so he ran over to the other brand. But that doesn't look like the face of a man who's scared. That looks like the face of a man who is ready for the opportunity, who was already qualified for the men's Elimination Chamber match. Drew McIntyre stares at that WrestleMania sign. Drew McIntyre already knows what it's like to punch his ticket to WrestleMania. He knows what it's like to win the WWE Championship in the main event. Despite of the vibe of the arena in which it took place, having done it back in 2020, the pandemic era, when he would win the Royal Rumble in 2020, punch his ticket, face Brock Lesnar for the championship, but because of the pandemic, it had to be done in the Performance Center. Despite not being able to do it in front of fans, Drew McIntyre still has won the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania, which is something these two have in common. These two have also left a company, left this place, gone out on their own, and built themselves up and have made it back here to the WWE.
also Drew McIntyre. That's all I get.
Okay. That's fair. It's WrestleMania season. Everybody's got a lot on their mind. You're right. I apologize. You want to do it one more time? All right. You guys okay if we do this one more time? You indulge me? All right. Okay. This one's for you. And also, Drew McIntyre.
Also, Drew McIntyre that's won the Elimination Chamber twice. Once as world champion, also Drew McIntyre, former multiple-time world champion, Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner. Accolades aside, is that the same Drew McIntyre that just last month on SmackDown stood in this ring and hugged you? Put myself out in front of the world because I was worried about you, told you were going to a dark place, and you tried to fight me? That Drew McIntyre? Is it the also Drew McIntyre that a few weeks later on Raw, when I was handling business with Sami Zayn, you attacked? Is it that Drew McIntyre? Is that who you're talking about, Cody? I don't know your deal. I didn't want it to be this way. But you've made it personal, buddy, so I guess I'm going to have to remind you exactly who Drew McIntyre is.
Is that so? Well, I can count on one hand the men who have defeated me since I returned to WWE. You're one of them, Drew. And I have not forgotten.
Oh boy.
No.
Business has just picked up. Here comes Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Jacob Fatu is going to compete here tonight to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. This would add a whole X factor into the Elimination Chamber if the Samoan Werewolf can qualify for the match. But that's easier said than done with a former world champion. Two former world champions in the match, Braun Strowman and Damian Priest. Let's not forget Braun Strowman, a former Universal Champion, Damian Priest, former world champion.
Hey, yo, Drew! You already got your spot in the chamber. Now, see me, I'm all gas, no brakes tonight. So when it comes to Priest and Braun, I'm about to dog walk their ass. And when I get done running through those two, then I'll earn my way into the chamber. And after that, I'm going to WrestleMania with it. And then when I'm done with WrestleMania, I'm bringing that title back home to my family where it should have never left.
Know what I think? I think this is something that people want to see. I think people want to see a psychopath and a werewolf throw down in the nation's capital right now. But it's not going to happen because I have my spot in the chamber already. Cody, I think he wants to talk to you.
Smart by McIntyre.
McIntyre wisely leaving. He has no reason to risk anything. He's already got his spot in the chamber. but Jacob Fatu has not. But Jacob Fatu has something to say to the American Nightmare.
Say win, because that's what you want, right? Well, here's win. When you qualify for the Elimination Chamber, and then when you defeat everybody in said chamber, then you and I can fight over this.
Who's coming in? That's Sol Sikoa. Look who's arrived.
Nah, Cody. If it's gonna be anybody to speak to Solo, it's gonna be me first on some family business. You can get the first word. I sure as hell am gonna get the last.
Wow. Actions speak louder than words. Let's see what happens. Fatu and Tama Tonga about to take care of some family business with Solo. Meanwhile, let's not forget Naomi hasn't punched her ticket yet. She hasn't gotten her spot. And coming up next, it's going to be Naomi and Chelsea Green. Is she going to make Chelsea Green feel the glow? Next on Friday Night SmackDown. All right, we are back live here on Friday Night SmackDown. We have some Elimination Chamber qualifying business to take care of here. That is Naomi. And guess who's got to watch it? Guess who she gets to perform in front of? WWE Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats, Trish Stratus. And here comes the women's United States champion. How fitting is it that the women's United States champion is here? Chelsea Green getting the best of the best when it comes to the Secret Service here in Washington, D.C. Piper Niven is in her corner. And which one of these two are going to punch their ticket? And Naomi, Valentine's Day inspired gear. Meanwhile, Chelsea Green, U.S. inspired gear as she is the United States champion. On top of that, we are in the nation's capital with Naomi already being a tag team champion. She could also have the opportunity to go on to WrestleMania and become a WWE or women's world champion. With Charlotte Flair having not made her choice yet, there's a lot of unknown right now as we inch closer and closer to the Showcase of Immortals. And Naomi, what a shot to Chelsea Green. And the back of the heel, and a leg drop, and a cover, and a kick out by Green. I can tell you one thing is for sure and for certain right now, Chelsea Green is definitely feeling the glow. And she definitely felt that slap on her behind by Naomi. And speaking of behind, Naomi's behind was sent right into the face of Green, and now a cover. Kick out by Green. And Chelsea Green's Secret Service trying to take care of her. Meanwhile, Naomi has her tag team partner in her corner, or the other half of the women's tag team champions, the EST, Bianca Belair. Chelsea Green just caught Naomi off guard. Who's heading to Toronto? as we are back live on SmackDown. It is the women's elimination chamber qualifying match between Naomi, who is one half of the women's tag team champions, and the women's United States champion Chelsea Green. So we got two champions fighting at it for a chance to win the biggest championship. That is either the WWE or Women's World Championship. That all depends on Charlotte Flair's choice. The head scissor. Naomi went for the cover, but Chelsea Green able to get the shoulder up at 2. Can you imagine if Chelsea Green found a way to qualify and go on to win the chamber? Oh, Green went for a roundhouse kick, got blocked. Naomi connecting with a roundhouse kick of her own, though. Boom! Just nailing Chelsea into the mat. Naomi went for that moonsault. Green able to get out of harm's way. And what a rough ride for Naomi. But Naomi kicks out. And Green at shock. She thought she had it, but it wasn't enough. Oh. 1. Naomi. And Naomi still unable to put Green away for the 3. And now kicking back at Chelsea. Oh. Naomi gets caught. Backstabber. Oh, and Naomi able to get the shoulder up at 2. And you can see the frustration starting to build in Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's going to need to stay focused if she's going to get her spot in the Elimination Chamber. You cannot afford to lose focus at this point. This is a very big point. Oh, was looking for the unprettier, but Naomi blocked it. Boom! Naomi with a kick. And the X Factor. And now in position. This time, the moonsault connects. Naomi is heading to the Elimination Chamber. Naomi going to Toronto. And now Naomi joins the field, and another women's world champion, this match all filled with former women's champions. Not a woman in this match who hasn't held the women's championship or women's world championship. This is surely going to be an elimination chamber to remember in this women's chamber match coming up on March 1st. Let's take a look at 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. After losing to Cody Rhodes, this is what happened to Sami Zayn. Let's get a look at this. Absolutely brutal. We haven't heard about anything. We haven't heard from Sami Zayn since, but we know that Sami Zayn sustained serious injuries to his neck and spine. Quite the words from Sami Zayn. Saying it's time to go again. We're going to see Kevin next time with Sami Zayn and is in the ring. It's most likely going to be against Kevin Owens. Things have just picked up for the tag team division as the Motor City Machine Guns here in the nation's capital. The amount of experience these two have inside the squared circle. And the former tag team champions in action against Los Garza. And that's coming up next on Friday Night SmackDown. We are live tonight from Washington, D.C., of course, the nation's capital. Earlier today, WrestleMania weekend news was made. Michelle McCool joins some of the all-time greats. She changed the game for the women's division. And now Michelle McCool takes her rightful place in the WWE Hall of Fame in the class of 2025. She'll also be appearing in Legends and Future Greats at some point in the season. WWE Superstar Sundays are back on A&E, premiering this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Legends and Future Greats. Angel and Berto representing Los Garza. Well, Legado del Fantasma. This all came about after last week. They tagged together an 8-man tag a couple weeks ago. And Legado del Fantasma, Los Garza, they just kind of left them there. They left the Motor City Machine Guns. And roll through. Oh, what a shot to the midsection there of Angel. And knocking Berto off the apron. This is what you're going to get from a team like the Motor City Machine Guns. They know each other so well. They've been doing this for so long, as up and over to the floor goes Berto. Great tag team combo from the Machine Guns. Things are not looking too good early on for Los Garza. Oh, what a super kick. Garza will turn things around. And now a super kick. And Los Garza are able to find their way back in this. Which team will stand tall as SmackDown continues? All right, and we are back live on Friday Night SmackDown. Can Alex Shelley make the tag? And he does to Chris Sabin, much like Angel makes the tag to Berto. Backslide rolls up, now rolling up again. Chris Sabin has a roll up there. And Berto able to kick out, but gets caught with an enziguri. These two innovated the tag team division. Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. But they also innovated the singles division in their own way. They've done some great things on their own. Oh, for the cover, but Garza saves the day. Both of these men, former TNA world champions. Both of them have been to the top of the mountain. They know what it's like to be a world champion. But now that being here in the WWE, they're figuring out what it's like to be smaller fish in a big pond, but having found success early on in their tenure here in the WWE, has that kind of messed with their mind a bit? Will that be enough to take down? Oh, and a 2 count. I'll tell you what, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley have found a way to stay hungry. After doing this for so many years, there comes a time where your hunger starts to go away if you don't find a way to keep things fresh. And Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin have found a way to do just that. What Orihara moonsault from Garza takes out Shelley. Meanwhile, Berto's up at the top looking to take out Sabin. Went for a moonsault, but Sabin able to get the boot up. What a super kick. Nails Garza right in the jaw. And now this time looking to make sure it connects. Last time these two went for this, they got caught. This time, suicide dive nails both members of Los Garza. And now tags Shelley. And now here it comes. Skull and bones. Good night to Los Garza. And a statement made. A win for the former tag team champions. That must feel really good to finally get a victory, to finally, get back in this. Feel like you're moving forward. Speaking of former champions, let's get a listen to what the former world champion Damian Priest had to say ahead of his match tonight.
I made it to the top. I ain't taking a backseat for nobody on SmackDown. You could be a friend, an enemy. That bell rings. I don't know your ass. I don't need a leader. I don't need a crew. This is me and only me. And that's all I've ever needed. Y'all better be ready for punishment. Because anarchy has arrived.
So who has the Elimination Chamber? Will it be Priest, or Braun Strowman, or Jacob Fatu? We find out tonight. Elimination Chamber qualifying triple threat match here on SmackDown.
All right. All right. It's just there's always something about WrestleMania season. Just gets you in a good mood, puts you in a good place, and makes you want to work harder. Spots are never guaranteed. I'm not even with the WWE yet, but being here on Twitch and YouTube, it makes me work harder because that's the goal. I want to be an official commentator for WWE. The goal is, what better goal to have than like, the goal is to make it to WWE, but a goal once I get there is to do commentary for a WrestleMania, which we are only 64 days away from. Being 2 months away from the Showcase of Immortals, just a little over 2 months away, is unreal, as WrestleMania week is taking over the T-Mobile Arena. Saturday, April 18th for SmackDown. Saturday, April 19th for NXT Stand and Deliver. And then the Monday Night Raw, the most unpredictable Raw of the year, post-WrestleMania Raw. Monday, April 21st. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. Jacob infuriated with Solo, it seems. Jacob seemingly feeling indifferent about Solo. Seems there's been some damage in their relationship. Earlier tonight, we saw the women's United States champion. Chelsea Green had taken on Naomi to qualify for the women's elimination chamber. However, she would come up short. Now here is the men's United States champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Three-time United States champion, former Intercontinental champion, multi-time NXT champion. Shinsuke Nakamura has been with the WWE for quite some time and was one of the hottest acquisitions when he was brought into NXT. What's next? Who is next for Shinsuke Nakamura? Who is going to step up to the plate? Nakamura has been on a path of fury ever since defeating LA Knight at Survivor Series for the United States Championship. 13,536 here in attendance in Washington, D.C. I think there's some unfinished business. L.A. Knight wants back his United States Championship.
I don't know about you, but my loins, they are a-tingling.
Let's scoot to your right a little bit farther.
Let me talk to you. Look at old Shin out here playing two lies and a truth. Says he's been hiding in the shadows. Yeah. I'd say that's the truth. You have been hiding in the shadows. Then you said you were praying for a worthy contender. Then you said you were looking for a test. Wrong. That's the biggest bunch of BS I ever heard. That's the biggest lie I've ever heard, because the last time you and I were in this ring, I planted your head on that mat and the 3 count was imminent. Yeah. But then all it took was half the Isles of Samoa and Tonga to come down here and just snatch that away from me. And now since then, I beat every cross-eyed half-wit who's stepped to me on a quest to come back and get that championship. But you want to talk about tests for that championship? I'll tell you the test right now. The test is looking at you. The test is standing here. And my man, you've already failed that test with everybody saying,
The Miz.
that's not what they were saying.
I don't think everybody was saying The Miz.
Shinsuke wanted a warrior. He got an A-lister.
Shinsuke was looking for somebody to be a warrior to challenge next, but got The Miz.
You guys are still going for that shtick, huh? I mean, I got to admit, I was wrong. And I know I'm not wrong very often, but I was wrong. About a year ago, I said that LA Knight was a flash in the pan, that he was a fad. But here we are, the WWE Universe eating out of the palm of his hand. It just kind of proves one thing, that you guys aren't educated. I know, you're not smart. You're basic. I mean, look at you. Basic, 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 basic. I see what Shinsuke sees, and that is that you and nobody else is worthy. You know who is worthy? Hold on. I got this one. I'm gonna guess you're gonna say The Miz. I'm gonna guess you're gonna say something about Grand Slam champion. You're gonna say something about former United States champion. You're gonna say, I beat John Cena in the main event at WrestleMania. Look, talk about same old shtick. My God, you had to been using the same old shtick for over the last 10 years. And if my math serves me right, I think it's been at least that long since you've been relevant. But I've also got to say, man, I'm kind of happy to see you here. I almost forgot you were even here. Matter of fact, I feel like everybody out here probably wants to forget you were here. So why don't you talking to John Cena, why don't you take a page out of his book, start a Fellware tour, because I know everybody's ready to see you go away.
Wow. And don't let the door hit you, too, while you're at it.
You all want me to go away? You all want me to go away? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm crying on national television, but in your PSA last week, you said it's okay for men to cry. Oh, wow. Wow, that's good. Hey, you know what? He's right. I did say it was okay for men to cry when it rises to that occasion. And, you know, it's just like you to make it a point to miss the point. Because the point was that there's a line where you go just a little bit too far. And if you want to talk about crying, you want to talk about crybabies, at the very top of that list of all-time crybaby bitches, it's got to be you and Drew McIntyre neck and neck.
You know, at least I've been at the top. I've been at the top over and over again in this industry. You want to know why I tout my resume so much? Because guys like you don't measure to me. When the dust settles on my career, when the dust settles on my career, my resume stands alone. Can you stay the same? Or will you crumble when they stop chanting your name and realize that there's nothing beneath the surface? Because you, LA Knight, are not on my radar. And if John Cena can call his shot, then The Miz can call his shot. And I want my shot at the United States Championship. I came to SmackDown with a new purpose. To elevate a title again, to forge my way to WrestleMania. And you'll be a guy on the outside looking in, just like you always have your entire career.
Hold on. Did you just say I'm not even on my radar? I'm pretty sure that you just mentioned something I said last week, which tells me you must be watching everything I do. Thank you for that. Appreciate that, first of all. But when you talk about the idea of, well, why do I deserve a shot at that championship? Let's think about it for 1 second. The man who was a champion before me, the man who's a champion now, you put all their title defenses together, maybe 1/100th of what I did. I was in here defending that damn thing every single damn week. And what that means is, as much as I want that title, oh baby, but does that title ever need me? I make that thing shine. But you, my man, you ever met you? Dude, you suck. You are the most impotent dork. You gotta, is this man championship material? None.
Whoa! Well, war words.
Oh, looking for that BFT, but Miz scouted it wisely, rolling out.
Knight finally crossed the line, and a lit has been fused.
A light, a flame has been lit in the Miz, it seems.
Gentlemen, please hold the phone. Well, you two just make friends everywhere you go, don't you? Now, it's obvious to me that you two are looking for a fight, and it's obvious to me that Mr. Nakamura is looking for a worthy challenger. So, DC, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? How about tonight we get The Miz go one-on-one with LA Knight? And when I say tonight, I really mean right now.
Oh, wow, right now.
Get the unexpected. Miz.
You never know what you're going to get here on Friday Night SmackDown.
When emergency strikes, first responders are the first ones in. But on outdated networks,
And we are back live on SmackDown. Shinsuke Nakamura watching very closely to see who his next challenger for the United States champion is going to be. Will it be LA Knight or will it be The Miz? LA Knight, the former United States champion. The Miz, a former United States champion, former two-time WWE champion, former Mr. Money in the Bank twice. And snap power slam by Knight. Will it be enough to keep The Miz down? But the A-lister able to get his shoulder up at 2. And LA Knight measuring The Miz. Look, perhaps looking for that BFT. Miz could smell it from a mile away. And throat first, Knight goes into the top rope. Nakamura's facial expression hasn't really changed a bit. And The Miz had a flame reignited. LA Knight saying he hasn't been relevant in 10 years, The Miz. Miz looking to prove that's just not true. Miz looking to prove that he can still go. Miz has been hearing it for years now, that he's never good enough, that he's not good, that there are better superstars. Well, the fact of the matter is there's always going to be somebody better. Meanwhile, LA Knight kicks out. But The Miz is an extremely accomplished WWE superstar. Is he the most accomplished? Absolutely, he's not. But you cannot belittle The Miz for what he has been able to accomplish despite all the odds he has faced here in the WWE. I think if it was any other person that had to go through what The Miz went through, I don't think they could do it. But Miz's cockiness could cost him here tonight. Meanwhile, LA Knight starting to fight back. Miz catches Knight. Miz special with that knee to the back and then the neck breaker. Miz, no doubt about it, a first ballot Hall of Famer. When he's ready to hang up the boots, Miz will finally get his flowers. So now The Miz being one of the few superstars that has a do-over. Miz coming to SmackDown and saying, I want to make a title relevant again. Let's not forget what he did when he made the Intercontinental Championship relevant back in 2016. Meanwhile, LA Knight looking to slide through and sends Miz right into the announce desk. LA Knight starting to pick up the pace here on SmackDown. But LA Knight is looking to prove, the past is the past. It's my time now. You've had your chance, Miz. It's time for me to get back in title contention. And one more time for good measure, LA Knight sending The Miz onto the announce desk. Meanwhile, Knight and Nakamura come face to face. I wouldn't spend too much time focusing on the U.S. champion because The Miz takes advantage of the distraction. Oh, spine first. Miz just sent Knight into the steel steps. Miz has taken over. We are back live on Friday Night SmackDown. The Miz, LA Knight, U.S. title. LA Knight looking to put The Miz away, but The Miz able to get that shoulder up at 2. And last time LA Knight had a title opportunity, last time he had it, when he had his rematch for the U.S. title, it was interrupted by the Bloodline. The new Bloodline, that is, or what's left of it. Oh, Miz pulling some dirty tricks out of the bag. And flatliner from the A-lister. Another cover trying to put the megastar away, but not enough to keep Knight down for the 3. Miz went for a roundhouse kick. And Knight picking up the Miz up on his shoulders. And Miz looking for that skull-crushing finale. That's won him WWE titles twice. Miz rolls through. Miz sent into the middle turnbuckle. LA Knight rolls up the Miz. Miz rolls through. That snap DDT sends LA Knight into the mat face first, but Knight just barely able to kick out before the 3. Meanwhile, Nakamura has barely moved. He has kept a very close eye on this #1 contenders match for his United States Championship. As the WWE Universe here in Washington, D.C. getting behind the megastar, the A-lister is actually measuring up Knight for a skull-crushing finale. But LA Knight, who scouts it, able to break free. Knight went for the Miz in the corner, but the Miz able to get the boot up. Knight was looking to take Miz down. BFT! And LA Knight got the Miz. A little bit of emphasis on the target. And the message has been sent. LA Knight's got himself a date with Nakamura for the U.S. title. Perhaps LA Knight, the next United States champion. Shinsuke Nakamura rolls into the ring. Knight now focused on the U.S. champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Can he regain the gold? R-Truth and Carmelo Hayes coming up next on SmackDown. All right, and welcome back. Mellow don't miss, huh? Carmelo Hayes looking to rise up here on the SmackDown roster. Last week it was Akira Tozawa. This week looking to make quick work of R-Truth, who we felt was making a joke of him, making light of being him. Let's not forget Carmelo Hayes, a number 2 draft pick in the 2024 draft. And Spring clothesline takes out Truth. And right now, Hayes measuring up. Hayes who felt disrespect by R-Truth. Oh, R-Truth starting to pick up the momentum. Looking to pay homage to his childhood hero, John Cena. And you know what comes next. Let's not forget last year when he got to fulfill his dream and team with John Cena. Meanwhile, Carmelo Hayes coming back with a super kick. R-Truth countered with a stun. With a stunner. But meanwhile, double knees. Might have been a lung blower. Let's get another look at that. I thought it was a code breaker, but look at this. That lung blower. Meanwhile, Carmelo Hayes heads up to the top. R-Truth scouts it. Say what you want about R-Truth. He may be, filled with comedy, but he's a former United States champion. Former 24/7 champion. R-Truth having his first singles match here tonight on SmackDown since 2019. That was the last time we had a singles match on the blue brand. Meanwhile, if Mello is about to not miss because he just got nothing but net. And he took his shot. And for the second week in a row, Carmelo Hayes stands tall. As Carmelo Hayes works to climb the ladder that is WWE, Carmelo gets a second victory for the second straight week in a row, proving that that chain that says him on it, perhaps he truly is him. We're going to hear from Kevin Owens regarding the package pile driver to Sami Zayn a couple weeks ago, and that's coming up next. We are back live Friday Night SmackDown. The Eagles receiving special Super Bowl championship belts after winning this year's Super Bowl, defeating the Chiefs. And the Chiefs definitely didn't want the smoke of the Eagles, but talk about people who who want the smoke, the Street Profits.
With one of those teams, pretty deadly. Gentlemen, last week you secured the victory, which earns you a tag team championship match against DIY. So as you head into next week's match, how are you guys feeling?
We are feeling exquisite, Byron. We're back to feeling like two tasty snacks.
So that being said, the Motor City Machine Guns, the Street Profits, and DIY, we are done being underestimated.
No, boy.
Because
No, boy, no, Byron. Look, we're not angry. We're just disappointed. I thought we had something special here, and you threw it all away.
We didn't throw it away. We chose to stand up for ourselves.
For what? A cheap match? You caught us with our pants down last week.
you were wearing pants.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. You see my gear? I don't wear pants in the ring, okay? We weren't
Listen,
ready.
we were good to you guys.
Great.
Now, whatever happens next week, that's on you. But I promise you this much. Your dreams of becoming the next WWE Tag Team Champions, they're dead. And after next week, we will give your entire career a proper moment of silence.
Well, DIY played pretty deadly like fools for weeks. They may live to regret that next week here on SmackDown.
Well, time will tell, but the time is now because, as we mentioned, Kevin Owens has sent us a response.
Kevin Owens has now sent, with Kevin Owens having now sent us a response, let's see what Kevin Owens has to say in response to Sami Zayn.
Not doing good, huh? I'm not doing good. Because in the last 6 months, I was stabbed in the back and had my heart broken by 3 guys I loved, 3 guys I considered brothers, 3 guys I would have taken a bullet for. And Sammy, now you sit there and you talk about the pain you're in and how your neck's hurt. You have no idea. You don't know what real pain is. But I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you. You say you wanna go again? Me and you wanna? That's great. That's perfect. Let's do that. I can't think of a better place than where it all started for us, in Canada. So clear it or not, I don't care. Toronto, Elimination Chamber. Come find me. Then you'll know pain.
Wow.
There is a lot on the desk of Nick.
Wow, Kevin Owens just throwing a lot on there. And here's the women's champion, Tiffany Stratton. She's got a big title match tonight. She defends against the former women's champion, Nia Jax. Meanwhile, the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Charlotte Flair, said she would be watching this one closely before making her big decision about who she's going to challenge at WrestleMania. Still looking to feel inspired. It's Jax. It's Stratton. Next on SmackDown. We're live in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And let's not forget, back on October 16th, 2018, the 1,000th episode of SmackDown was hosted here at the Capital One Arena. And don't forget, the fun isn't over here in D.C. NXT's Vengeance Day tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Limited tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. But we jump from one thing to the next. We've got a WWE Women's Championship match. This is going to be quite the bout. Nia Jax, the irresistible force, the former WWE Women's Champion, has a lot of anger, but will it fuel her enough to regain the championship that she feels was just kind of robbed from her? She was attacked, and then the opportunity was upon itself, and Tiffany Stratton cashed in her Money in the Bank successfully on Nia Jax. But that's what it's all about. A guaranteed contract, anytime, any place, up to a year. And that's exactly what Tiffany Stratton did. When the Annihilator to Naomi, she would retain her championship, defeating Naomi. But then going after Belair, Tiffany Stratton would attack Nia Jax with the briefcase. Then Tiffany Stratton would cash in. And the prettiest moonsault ever for the 1, 2, and 3. Tiffany Stratton would seal the deal on moving away from Nia Jax's shadow to become women's champion. Saying this was her whole plan. I befriended Nia a year ago. Nia Jax became Queen of the Ring. Then she went on to challenge Bayley at SummerSlam for the WWE Women's Championship, where she'd go on and win. Tiffany Stratton was thinking about cashing in. She was thinking about cashing in at Crown Jewel. But Nia Jax made it clear that if you cash on me, it's going to end badly for you. But it's looking very bright for Tiffany Stratton, as she is the WWE Women's Champion. And here she is, the WWE Women's Champion. It's Tiffy time, Tiffany Stratton. This is Stratton's toughest test to date. Stratton won the Women's Championship by cashing in. She hasn't beaten Nia Jax in a one-on-one competition from bell to bell. This should be interesting to see. What kind of strategy do you have if you're Tiffany Stratton? Your opponent's bigger and stronger than you. Tiffany Stratton is going to have to rely on quickness in this situation. She is the WWE Women's Champion. Speaking of Women's Champions, the 13-time Women's Champion, former 13-time Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, is the 2025 Royal Rumble winner. Watching this back, she is standing by, getting a close look about who she might challenge at Mania. Charles Robinson, the official, senior official, that is. Let's put some respect on Charles Robinson holding up that WWE Women's Championship. That's what this match is all about. This is a big rematch. Tiffany Stratton, pound for pound, Nia Jax, the stronger, tougher superstar in the match. But when it comes to quickness, that's going to be where Tiffany Stratton is going to need to be at her best. She's going to have to use quickness to her advantage. But right now, just right out of the gate, Nia Jax's strength and power is kind of proving over her quickness. But that athletic background right now is what we're seeing of Tiffany Stratton. She tried to take down Jax with a drop toe hold, but that power, boom, just popped up. Stratton then hit her with a headbutt to win the title and got an early 2 count. First pinfall of the match, and it's already a 2. That's just a test to the power that is the irresistible force, Nia Jax. Let's get another look at this in slow motion. Absolutely brutal. The way she popped up Tiffany Stratton and then wham, right in the head with that huge headbutt. Meanwhile, Tiffany Stratton's already in deep trouble in this women's championship match. If this match continues to go the way this last minute has gone, it's not going to go very good. Meanwhile, Tiffany Stratton able to get out of harm's way just in the nick of time. Stratton putting her athleticism on display for the WWE Universe here in DC. And pop up Samoan drop by Jax to become the women's champion. But able to get that right shoulder up at 2. And Nia Jax just pushing Tiffany Stratton. Hot water between these two. And Nia Jax saying, this is going to end bad. I told you this was going to end bad for you. Nia Jax had said, you know, if you cash in on me and you take my, and you know, whether it's successful or not, you try to take my title from me, it's going to end badly. And now here we are. Tiffany Stratton, who successfully cashed in her Money in the Bank. And Nia Jax, she's titleless. Can Nia Jax secure and stay true to her words? So far, it seems to be the case as Tiffany Stratton is struggling to find any kind of momentum, trying to find any kind of offense. There's not even any defense right now. Nia Jax got that leg drop. And again, Stratton able to get that shoulder up at 2. And for Nia Jax, this could be exactly what she's needed to finally move forward. If she can get through Tiffany Stratton and head to WrestleMania. Meanwhile, perhaps if it's Nia Jax, it might inspire Charlotte Flair to choose Nia Jax, revisit that old feud. Who will claim the women's championship as this match continues here in Washington, D.C. In the cover We are back live in the nation's capital with the WWE Women's Championship on the line. It's Tiffany Stratton defending her championship against Nia Jax, who she cashed in her Women's Money in the Bank her Women's Money in the Bank to get the title. Able to counter Jax. Look at this. Somehow able to connect with that sunset flip. It wasn't pretty, but it worked a little bit. She was able to get Nia Jax over. And take down Jax. Stacking up the challenger is Tiffany Stratton. And Stratton. Kick to Jax, but Jax able to get the shoulder up. For the majority of this match, it's been Nia Jax, but right now it seems Tiffany Stratton is starting to find her way back into this bout. Oh, and Nia Jax pushes back at Stratton, who comes towards her. And Jax catches the champ in the air and just plants her face first into the mat. And now calling for a second time with a leg drop to the back. Perhaps a new champion right here, but again, the champion showing fight in her. As Flair watches on, perhaps the greatest to ever do it. Say what you want about Charlotte Flair winning the women's championship 13 times over. No other woman in history has done that, has ever achieved such accomplishments. And now Stratton has Jax and takes her down to retain, but Jax gets the shoulder up at 2.5. Went for both legs, but Jax was able to get her shoulders up. The double stomp off the top to Jax. Both legs hooked, but Jax, the way she was able to get the momentum where she needed it to be, it all helped out Nia Jax. Meanwhile, Tiffany Stratton heads right back up to the top, but gets blocked by Nia Jax. And that's caught by a headbutt from the Irresistible Force. And these two exchanging blows at the top. This could end very badly if Nia Jax connects with what she's trying to. And an avalanche. Samoan dropped to close this one out. And again, the champion survives. Is Tiffany Stratton hanging on by a thread at this point? How much is left? Is Tiffy time almost up? Is the clock about to run out for the WWE Women's Champion? But she's defending it. She's defending with honor and fighting with everything she's got. You can't take that away from her. She knew Nia Jax wasn't going to be an easy challenge heading into this. And a leg drop off the second rope. Off the second turnbuckle. And Stratton again able to kick out. And Nia Jax can't believe it. Who is going to walk out with the championship? with this heated women's championship match continuing here on Friday Night SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton has really started to rally here. And now going to the top, Nia on the outside on the floor, moonsault. But did she get all of it? Now it's going to be about getting Jax back in the ring, and she's able to do it. Not going to waste any time on this. She heads up to the top. That is Tiffany Stratton, the women's champion, looking to fly. Swanton with elegance to retain, but Jax, again, Jax stays alive. And Tiffany Stratton's face tells the story. She thought she had Nia Jax beat with that beautiful swanton, having that Olympic gymnast background, but it just wasn't enough to keep Nia Jax down. And Nia Jax back up to her feet. No way. No way. Tiffany Stratton tried to lift up Jax, but Jax just splashed right on top. And now you get that maniacal smirk of Jax, who just slammed the face of Stratton into the mat. Meanwhile, this is about to be it. Nia Jax has Stratton into position. Quite the words to say about Stratton. Oh, but Nia took a little bit too much time as Stratton is back up. Oh, but crashed and burned. Nobody was home. Nia went down, but Stratton rolled out of harm's way. And Stratton nails Jax with his forearms. Meanwhile, Jax looking for another Samoan drop. Went for a clothesline. Slamming Jax into the mat. Tiffany Stratton as tough as they come. Candice LeRae attacking Tiffany Stratton. Perhaps victory in sight for the champion. Champion is definitely in sight because now she wins by disqualification. But it doesn't matter because Nia Jax is going to look to take out Stratton. The battle may be over, but Nia Jax looking to make sure she wins the war. And an annihilator to take out Tiffany Stratton. And now grabbing a steel chair is LeRae. Hey. And that's Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus was here at ringside watching, coming to the aid of the women's champion. And Trish Stratus bringing the fight to Candice LeRae. Stratus has seen enough from her seats. She was supposed to be just a fan, just a spectator tonight. And Nia Jax squashing Stratus in the corner. I can tell you one thing. Her mind is definitely in the stratosphere right now after that splash by Nia Jax. And, oh no, no. Oh, and a leg drop to the back of Stratton. Stratton and Stratus have been taken out by Jax. Jax leaves on her own. Jax stands tall, but Stratton leaves as champion. Despite what have we seen? I guess Jax didn't expect this match to go as she had hoped it would. But here comes Charlotte Flair. Throughout the night, we've been talking about the Queen, the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner. And now here she is. And what is on the mind of the Queen Charlotte Flair? Tiffany Stratton's laid out. And you got to wonder what's in store. Stratton may have just inspired Charlotte Flair. We saw an incredible performance by the women's champion. She was very close, perhaps, to retaining her championship. She did retain, but via disqualification. And Charlotte Flair going towards Stratton. WrestleMania season is really picking up. And Tiffany Stratton's finding out what it's like to be in the big leagues. Meanwhile, Charlotte Flair has a mic in hand. What is the message that's going to come from the Queen? Wow. Charlotte Flair has made her decision. The Queen. It's happening. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, and Tiffany Stratton. It's going to happen at WrestleMania for the WWE Women's Championship. WWE Superstar, WWE Legends, and Future Greats premiering this Sunday. Superstar Sunday premiering 8 p.m. Eastern on A&E. With the Legends leading the charge to build the future of this sport. And there's a man who's looking to capitalize on becoming and to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Who will qualify? We're going to find out tonight. What a night it's been here in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And tomorrow night, the fun continues. NXT's Vengeance Day. Look at the Valentine's Day signs here for SmackDown. All kinds of signs. And Tiffy Time, we got a Tiffy Time sign. Let's go take a look at what happened moments ago before we went to break. We just saw Charlotte Flair make a huge decision. Charlotte Flair made her decision. Oh, Trishy and Tiffy time in Toronto. It's going to be good. We do now know who Charlotte Flair is challenging at WrestleMania for the WWE Women's Championship. The Queen looks to win her 14th championship as she takes on Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. And speaking of punching their ticket, the men's Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso, picked his champion, that being the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General Gunther. And it all takes place at WrestleMania. There's Mackent. Oh! The no yeet for Drew McIntyre. I don't think he approved of that. It's about to be main event time. Strowman, who hasn't won a world title in 5 years, walking with purpose to get to Toronto. And then look to win the Elimination Chamber to head to WrestleMania, much like he did when he defeated Goldberg for the Universal Championship back at WrestleMania 36. We got 3 meaty men who are about to slap meat here in the main event. We got a smorgasbord of meat between these 3 WWE superstars, Damian Priest, Jacob Fatu, and Braun Strowman, who look to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Next on SmackDown. SmackDown will be live next week in New Orleans. NOLA. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. We will be live from the Smoothie King Center We got a tag team championship match as Pretty Deadly look to see we're going to find out just how deadly they are as they take on DIY, looking to gain gold here in the WWE. And after what we saw earlier between these two, the interaction, Jimmy Uso has a chance to shut down Drew McIntyre. That would mess up Drew McIntyre's momentum heading into Elimination Chamber if Jimmy Uso is able to pick up the victory. But speaking of figuring out who's going to head to Toronto, Braun Strowman awaits his two opponents. And here comes the rabid, dangerous Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, dangerous as they come. Let's take a look at 3 weeks ago when it was Jacob Fatu who lost his mind at Saturday night's main event and just obliterating the monster of all monsters, Braun Strowman. And went back for more with another moonsault. It was just again and again and again. He is uncontrollable, unhinged. I don't know if there's anybody that's going to be able to stop this path of rage of Jacob Fatu. Damian Priest, a former world champion, looking to punch his ticket to WrestleMania. With the world title match already made for WrestleMania, Damian Priest would love to finally be a WWE champion. But he's got quite the task at hand in this triple threat match. There is going to be very minimal room, little to no room for mistakes in this triple threat match. The official going to have a hard time keeping these three in check. And with the Elimination Chamber coming your way in Toronto, March 1st, it's going to be interesting which one of these men qualifies. Jacob Fatu would certainly add that X factor, much like any of these three men would. These three are powerhouses. Strowman and Priest, both former world champions. Priest winning his world championship, cashing in the Money in the Bank last year at WrestleMania. And Braun Strowman, who won his Universal Championship back at WrestleMania 36 when he defeated Goldberg. Jacob Fatu, who has already made huge waves being in the WWE, not even a year yet. And this would be huge. I was going to say big, but that wouldn't describe it. It would be a massive win for Jacob Fatu to get through this match with the victory, get the victory at the Elimination Chamber, and go on to WrestleMania to face Cody. And you saw the interaction between those two earlier tonight. Cody basically said the only way you're going to get to this title, you got to get through this match here tonight against Braun Strowman and Priest. And then if you can do that, try getting through the Elimination Chamber. And then, if then, and only then, you survive the other 5 competitors in the hellacious structure that is the Elimination Chamber, then we can meet at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. As we just saw, Jacob Fatu and Priest, a temporary alliance to get Braun Strowman out of the mix so that these two can focus on each other. And now it's Priest who was nailing Fatu with clubbing blows, but Fatu starting to fight back with heavy shots of his own. That elbow, jumping elbow from Priest, but Fatu is hard to keep down. And running through Damian Priest. He said tonight, it's going to be all gas, no brakes. That's probably what it's going to have to take. You know, you got to give it everything you've got every single time. And Jacob Fatu, as tough as he is, realizes how huge this opportunity is and cannot afford to leave anything out of play when the stakes are high. When the opportunity comes to challenge for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, you can't afford to make any mistakes. You can't afford to leave what ifs. What if I had done this in this match? And not doing that cost me that match. Meanwhile, Braun Strowman looking to do the same as he gets back into the fray and sends Damian Priest to the outside and sends Fatu to the outside. Strowman just cleared out the ring, but now he's all alone. Who is heading to the Elimination Chamber as this match continues? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live on Friday Night SmackDown. It is Jacob Fatu, Damian Priest, and Braun Strowman all competing to qualify for the men's Elimination Chamber match. Meanwhile, Jacob Fatu measuring up Damian Priest, who's laid on the corner, but Braun Strowman pulling Fatu out of the ring and sending him into the ring post. Braun Strowman, who was taken out minutes earlier, now finding himself back into the mix. And full speed ahead. Jacob Fatu sidesteps and Strowman full speed ahead into the steel steps. And with this being triple threat rules, anything goes. It's all legal. No disqualification, no count out. Those steel steps are legal that Jacob Fatu just nailed Braun Strowman with. And to keep Braun Strowman out of this match is a great strategy. He's the biggest dog in the fight. And Damian Priest is starting to fire up. And Priest and Fatu now going to go at it in the center of the squared circle. These kicks from Damian Priest are rough. And a discus forearm and another forearm from Priest. But Fatu is not an easy target. He doesn't go down lightly, that's for sure. But that spinning kick took down Fatu. But not for long. Fatu already back up in the corner. But gets caught with a back elbow splash in the corner. And Priest knocking Strowman off the apron with a super kick. And sent over the top to the apron by Fatu. And another big kick there from Damian Priest. We've seen this before. Damian Priest paying homage to his mentor, The Undertaker, walking the ropes. Undertaker would call this old school. But it is about to get caught with a Samoan drop by Jacob Fatu. That's what I'd call it. And a suicide dive by the Samoan werewolf. You ever seen a flying werewolf before? He just sent Braun Strowman right onto the announce desk and up at the top with a swanton bomb. For a man that size, should not be able to do the things he can. But Priest just barely kicking out before the 3. With all the momentum in the world, is it Jacob Fatu's for the taking? A beautiful swanton bomb from Jacob Fatu, who was just perplexed, thinking that he had this match won, but it was not enough to keep down Damian Priest for the 3. It is our main event here at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., with over 13,500 plus here are watching as these 3 superstars go at it to have a chance to secure their spot at WrestleMania. And Jacob Fatu perching Priest up at the top turnbuckle. This could go from bad to worse for the former world champion Damian Priest. And now Jacob Fatu, who's starting to add some more artillery to Damian Priest, who's fighting back at the Samoan werewolf. And a headbutt from Fatu. And Jacob Fatu will go to extreme lengths to inflict as much pain, as much damage. But speaking of damage and pain, Strowman's back into the mix. And Strowman with a powerbomb suplex. This has been absolute chaos. Meanwhile, you can hear Damian Priest writhing in pain. I don't know who got the worst of that one. Get a look at this one more time. These 3 men are absolutely going through hell and back. Putting each other through hell. Going to the absolute limit all because there's an opportunity to main event WrestleMania for the biggest prize, with that being the WWE Championship that has been held by the all-time greats and is currently held by the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And boom, big back body drop from Strowman, takes down Fatu. And Fatu with a shot to Strowman. And here comes Priest from behind to go after Fatu. Priest with the elevated flatliner to Fatu on the announce desk. Oh my God, like a Mack truck. And let the bodies hit the floor as Braun Strowman just sent Priest over announce desk. And Strowman about to chokeslam Fatu right onto the announce desk. This new and improved reinforced announce desk did not give way for Jacob Fatu. He felt every bit of that. Fatu's back up? He is just not human. I mean, we already knew that, but like, Fatu now starting to pick up momentum. I think that chokeslam on the announce desk to him gave him some energy rather than do damage to him. It had the opposite effect on him. And Jacob Fatu has turned things around. And this savage that is Jacob Fatu is looking for anything he can to put these two competitors away. Two opponents. And now it's Fatu with a steel chair in hand, looking to put away Strowman for good. Oh my God. No. That's around the neck of... He's going to break the neck. He's going to break the neck of Braun Strowman. No. But Fatu, as Strowman gets back in, there's a steel chair right in the back of Jacob Fatu. Strowman with a shot to the back. And Strowman, who's just beating the life out of Jacob Fatu with that steel chair. And Strowman now becoming the uncontrollable one. And you can hear Strowman saying an eye for an eye. He's going to end Jacob Fatu. That's Solo Sikoa with a Samoan spike. They dealt with their family business, and Jacob Fatu was upset at Solo Sikoa. But Solo said he still loved Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu didn't say it back. Here comes the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Rhodes looking to get his revenge on Solo Sikoa after what happened last Friday. Cody promised that he would get the last word, but here comes Tama Tonga. All kinds of chaos happening here at ringside. Oh, accidentally Samoan spiking Tama Tonga. Cody ducked. But Fatu doesn't realize what just happened. And Damian Priest has sent Jacob Fatu in a solo. And now Cody crossroads the soul on the floor. Everyone has been taken out. And now Damian Priest ducks. Strowman sent into the ring post. Priest lifts up Strowman. And a hot ride as Strowman has gone south from heaven. Priest is headed to Toronto for the Elimination Chamber. Priest has a chance to head to WrestleMania. What a triple threat match. All kinds of carnage that we have witnessed here at ringside throughout this entire match. But it all ends with Damian Priest. Damian Priest's hand raised with only one more spot to fill. Who will it be? Who will take that last spot? Will it be Finn Balor or Seth Rollins? But right now, it's Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest who come face to face as they both stare at that WrestleMania sign. Cody Rhodes, he's got his ticket to WrestleMania. Will Damian Priest be able to find his? Cody Rhodes extends the hand and shows respect to Damian Priest, who picks up the victory here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. Congratulations to Damian Priest, who hit a massive South of Heaven to Braun Strowman to get his way to the Elimination Chamber. All right. All right. All right, party peeps. All right. Two extra matches that I have in the can. All right, now I have two extra matches in case I need them. Cool. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Some big announcements. Today is actually the 1-year anniversary of my first YouTube video. And the first YouTube video I did was Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. And so a few days later, though, I was able to post again. And from that day forward, I have posted a video every single day. This Monday will be the 1-year anniversary of daily posting on YouTube. It has been such a fun and interesting ride. There's been a lot of ups and downs and things that have pushed me back. I've been held back, been pushed forward, been held back. But here we are, still kicking it, still pushing up to the top. And let's keep doing it. Let's keep having fun. I'll let you guys in on a little secret about the next few videos. For those who are here, we'll get to find out what tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday look like. Tomorrow, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant WWE title match. The main event, February 5th, 1988. That will go out tomorrow night. Then Sunday, the big WWE Championship match between John Cena, Edge, Randy Orton, and Sheamus at the WWE Fatal 4-Way pay-per-view from 2010. And then I needed a big match to celebrate 1 year of daily posting. So we've got Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H in a hellacious 3 Stages of Hell match from No Way Out 2001. It was an absolute brutal, bloody mess. It was the video should be about 42 to 45 minutes. I'm not sure. But anyways, thank you guys for all the love and support. We're currently at 141 subscribers over on YouTube. If you're not subscribed already, show some love and support there. Show some love and support over on my other YouTube channel, which I've started recently, doing ASMR wrestling commentary at Hype the ASM Artist. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials here at Instagram at Hype the Commentator, Twitch, Hype the Commentator, YouTube at Hype the Commentator, X at Hype Commentator, and TikTok at Hype the Commentator. I know TikTok has been slow as of late for me. I'm still kind of getting back on my feet. I had a rough 2024. You guys don't really know too much about it. And maybe someday I'll feel it's the right time to share what happened. But what I can say is now is not the right time. Now is the time for me to move forward and see better days. Build up. Build up what was broken down in 2024. Find my footing and find who I am. So with that being said, thank you all for joining me tonight. Don't forget, videos go out at 6 p.m. Eastern every day. Thank you all for all the love and support, and I will see you all in the next one.